Once upon a time, in a world not so far away, there lived a dreamer named Elon Musk. Elon had a magical dream, a dream of making space travel, not just for astronauts but for everyday people. He wanted to make it affordable, and in the grandest dream of all, he wished to take humans to Mars and start a new life there. So, in the year 2002, Elon waved his wand and created a company called SpaceX. With it, he set out on an incredible adventure to make space travel possible for everyone. The first part of our bedtime story features a special rocket called Falcon 1. Falcon 1 wasn't meant for Mars. It was like a little bird learning to fly in Earth's orbit. But this bird had a hard time at first. It tried and tried, but it couldn't quite make it to the sky. In fact, Falcon 1 had to try 4 times before it finally soared into the heavens. Elon Musk, the brave magician leading the way, was really sad after the first few tries. He even said it was one of the toughest times in his life. But you know what? He didn't give up, and on the 4th try, Falcon 1 finally made it to space. What a magic helmet! Now, let's turn the pages to Falcon 9 version 1.0 and Dragon 1. These rockets were much bigger and stronger. They had a special mission to bring supplies to astronauts in a place called the International Space Station. Falcon 9 was like a giant with 10 times the power of Falcon 1. Elon Musk and his team worked really hard. They even planned a rocket called Falcon 5, but they changed their minds and decided to build an even bigger one, Falcon 9. With Dragon 1, they delivered precious cargo to the space station, making everyone on Earth cheer with joy. Oh, and here's a fun little secret. Elon Musk named his spacecraft Dragon, because some people thought his dreams were impossible. So, he called it Dragon because he was always chasing his dreams, just like in the story of Puff the Magic Dragon. Now, the tale takes us to Falcon 9 version 1.1 and Dragon 2. These rockets had even more magic. Falcon 9 got a little taller, and its engines were like musical notes in a symphony. With Dragon 2, they planned to carry astronauts to the space station. But you know what's really interesting? They had a funny idea called Falcon 9 Air, but it didn't quite fit into their long-term plan, so they said, no, thank you. As the story moves forward, a new chapter opens with Falcon 9 Full Thrust. It was a rocket that could fly into the sky, and then, like magic, it could come back to Earth and land on its own. This made space travel much cheaper and more fun. With Falcon 9 Full Thrust, SpaceX did something amazing. They launched a rocket into space, brought it back down, and then, like a superhero, sent it back into space. They did this many times, and everyone said, wow. The story even takes us to space. SpaceX launched astronauts to the International Space Station, and it was like a new beginning for space adventures. Let's not forget Falcon Heavy, a really strong rocket. It had 3 parts, like 3 heroes working together. They even sent Elon Musk's red car into space, and it's still floating around up there. Now, the most exciting part of our bedtime story is about Starship, a rocket that's as tall as a skyscraper. Elon Musk and his team dream about taking people to Mars, and Starship is their spaceship for this grand adventure. They did tests and made it hop like a grasshopper. But here's a secret. They don't just want to go to Mars. They want to start a new city there. They're working hard to make space travel super cheap so lots of people can go. They even have a plan to give everyone on Earth fast internet using Starlink, their magic constellation of satellites. Our bedtime story ends with a promise that the adventure will continue, with more rockets, more dreams, and more magic. Elon Musk believes we'll be on Mars in just a few years, and we'll have a city there, just in case something happens to our lovely Earth. So, snuggle up, close your eyes, and dream of a world where people explore the stars, just like in our magical bedtime story. Good night, little one, and dream of the stars.